This is everything you need to make snowflake toppers for cupcakes for a frozen birthday party. You're going to need wax paper. You're going to want to print out a template off of the computer of snowflakes. You will need Wilton's bright white candy melts, a glass dish to melt them in, a Wilton's candy melting squeeze bottle, and some sprinkles that are in the color that you want, preferably blue for frozen, and some masking tape. So we're going to start by putting some masking tape down on our wax paper, which is covering our template, just so that we make sure that it doesn't slip when we're making our snowflakes. You're going to pour some of your sprinkles in so they're easier to get out when you are making your snowflakes. And then we're going to pour the candy melts in your Pyrex. And we're going to melt them in the microwave. You're going to melt them for 1 minute on low or defrost, and then stir them. And then you're going to melt them at 15 to 30-second increments until they are the right consistency, so that you can pour them in your squeeze bottle and they're melted completely without over melting them. So let's start with a minute. You can tell the chocolates need to be melted a little bit longer because they're not melting as you stir them. So I'm going to put them back in for about 20 seconds on defrost and see if that does the trick. Okay. That was perfect. Now you can see that they're all melted. There's no more lumps. And it's ready to pour into our squeeze bottle. I only used about half of the candy melts bag, because I only had half left, but if you use the whole bag, you'll be able to fill up your whole squeeze bottle. So one of the things you want to make sure that you do is turn it over and make sure you get all of the air bubbles out before you start, and just kind of squeeze and kind of push all the air bubbles out like this on one of the corners. You're going to want to have your little balls close by, and go ahead and start with the center. You're going to make it thicker than what the actual picture is, so that it's not very delicate when you pick it up. Make sure you get the center really good. And we know that no two snowflakes are alike, so it's okay if all your snowflakes are a little bit different. And then you're going to use your little balls. I like to put 3 in the middle You can use a toothpick to move them together closer if you want as well. That's easier to do. And then one on each end of the snowflake. You're going to want to make sure that you put the little balls on right away before your chocolate hardens, and then it would be impossible for them to stick. So you're going to continue to do this on each one. Again, making sure you make it even thicker than what you have on your paper so that it doesn't break when you try to peel it off. You should let your snowflakes dry for at least an hour, but you can also make them ahead of time, a couple of days even, and leave them out on the wax paper until you're ready to put them on top of your cupcakes. When you peel them, you want to be really careful because they are very fragile. So you want to lift the wax paper and very, very gently peel one at a time off of the wax paper as delicately as you can. Now you're ready to put them on top of your cupcakes. Make sure that you put them on top right after you frosted them so that the frosting doesn't harden before you put the topping on. And there you have frozen snowflake cupcakes.